What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to do a client testimonial. So one of our clients, Brandon, went through the Physique Lab Coaching program. He lost 30 pounds. It was an incredible transformation that I'll put down below for you guys to see as well. But he loved his time so much in the Physique Lab that he decided to continue with us. And now we're undergoing a successful reverse diet, meaning he is maintaining that weight loss progress while we are increasing calories and getting stronger in the gym. So I wanted to hop on a call with Brandon so he could share exactly what his experience inside of the Physique Lab Coaching program has been like. So we'll get to that in just one moment. But before we do, I want to share two things with you guys. One, if you are interested in learning more about the Physique Lab Coaching program, what I'll do is I'll put a thumbnail down below right here. I'll link a video up in the time cards somewhere up there, and I'll put it down in the video description as well. But you can watch that video and learn everything that you need to know about how the Physique Lab Coaching program works. Number two is that I will also link my calendar down in the video description as well. So after watching the video, or maybe while you're watching the video, you're like, Tyler, this sounds amazing. I want to chat one-on-one with you to figure out how you can help me reach my weight loss goals. That sounds awesome. Let's do it. Click that link down below. And even if you don't end up joining the Physique Lab Coaching program, I promise you will walk away from that call with a ton of clarity and it will not be time wasted. So that's it for the quick announcements, guys. Without further ado, let's get into it and see what Brandon has to say. All right. So I am here with Brandon, who has been in the Physique Lab for quite some time now. I think he's excited to be here as well. You can see the smile on his face. But yeah, guys, he's been getting some incredible results within the program. And honestly, I just wanted you guys to hear about his experience, what kind of results he's getting, instead of me just sharing that with you. So what's going on, Brandon? How you doing today?
Dude, doing great. My life has changed dramatically with this whole process. Each and every day, is a step towards my goal, and continue to keep striving for that goal.
Awesome, man. Yeah, so we can just run through a couple questions to kind of, let people know what your experience has been like in the program. But why don't we start with where you were before the program and then sort of where you're at now?
Yeah, so before the program, I had not been going to the gym, and previous, my younger years, I would go to the gym constantly and just kind of fell off that bandwagon and kind of let myself go. And I was not happy with the way I looked, the way I felt. I was very self-conscious about, the way I looked in clothes and out in public with friends, and, was struggling to, maintain a work balance and, trying to have a, work-life balance with that. And one thing that really just, opened my eyes to it is, I played poker quite a bit. And I one night had a piece of pizza at the poker table, and I had a guy look at me and goes, "Wow, have you ever heard of a gym?" And I just kind of it kind of took me back of like, whoa, this guy just, called me out. It was rude, but
put you on blast.
Yeah, in front of everybody. And it kind of made me do a little self-reflection of like, man, I need to get this under control before, we get out of control. And now it's sure. When I go into the poker room, people look at me, they give me, compliments of, where I've gone. And now it's the running joke of, Brandon, you found that gym, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I found that.
Heck yeah. Yeah. That's awesome, man. So where are your confidence levels at the moment?
Oh, super confident. I feel back to myself in my younger years. I'm very confident in anything I do now. I just feel myself again, basically. I'm glad I'm able to fit in the clothes that I previously have not been able to wear, and I just feel back to myself, and I have control of myself now.
For sure. Yeah, I remember getting a couple texts from you. One of them was fitting into a pair of jeans that you haven't worn in 2 years, and another one was fitting into a suit that you haven't worn in 2 years, and just overall feeling like $1,000,000. So, dude, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Why don't you walk us through what was the biggest result that we achieved together, like while going through this program?
I think of learning how to eat with foods that I like, but also be able to lose weight at the same time. So not having to make a drastic change, but just learning how to incorporate food and counting, calories, and, just making sure hitting macros is the biggest thing. And, I know that's one thing we talked about initially. I was like, man, I really want to have to track all this, and I thought it was going to be a chore, but
Yeah.
it is so easy to do, but it is life changing. I mean, this is something I can do the rest of my life on like a keto diet or something like that, where the
Yeah.
minute you jump off of that, it's gonna
Yep.
change. So I feel like this has just changed my life for the positive. And I can still go out with friends and eat and
Yep.
do the things I like to do, but no, I'm still gonna hit my goals at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. So it sounds like the biggest result that you took away from it was just finding that system that's going to be sustainable for you in the long run and still help you reach your goals, which is awesome. But I think to clarify for anybody who's listening or watching this video, like Brandon lost, I think 30 pounds or so. Is that right in this program? So he
30.
lost a significant amount of weight. And now we're going through what's called a reverse diet, which is essentially upping his calories slowly over time to make sure that not only did he lose these 30 pounds, but he can keep that weight off for the rest of his life. So we're sort of transitioning into like a muscle gain period right now. Dude, walk me through like what your experience has been like in the gym as we're getting calories up higher. And like, dude, you've been crushing PRs. Just like tell everyone what that's like, what that feels like.
It's amazing. I never heard of a reverse diet before until doing this. So it was a whole new experience for myself, and just being able to have those extra calories and that extra strength in the gym. I mean, I'm able to hit new records, with certain lifts, and just feel so much stronger. And you can feel the strength, and feel your body growing in the right direction. And being able to even as you're intaking more calories, still able to keep that physique and still grow muscle, and still hit those goals overall. But I feel so much more stronger in the gym and more energized when I'm in the gym. It's been great.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. And like while you've been in the program, what would you say the experience of working with me has been like?
Oh, amazing! You're always available. I mean, it could be a Saturday at 1 o'clock. Tyler, I need help. I can't,
Yeah.
get to this equipment. What can I do as a substitution? You're
Uh-huh.
always there. You're always encouraging, and just keeping me focused on my goal. And that's the biggest thing, is just that availability.
Yeah.
And, always encouraging, even if you have a day or two that slips. I know a college football season, with
Yep.
the game day foods, I do slip up a little bit, but
Yeah.
you're always there to encourage me to stay on track. So that's been the best part about it. And I felt like we've developed a friendship over it as well,
Yeah.
which has been great.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome, man. I guess what would you say is like the biggest lifestyle change or takeaway from the program? I think you kind of touched on it earlier, but maybe you can just go into a little more detail on that.
Yeah, just investing in myself. I know that's one thing we talked about at the beginning of
Yeah.
this. And
Yeah.
I work in the financial industry, so I'm familiar with investing, but taking that self-reflection of, I got to invest in
Yeah.
myself. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And being able to do that and learning to live a lifestyle that I'm going to enjoy the rest of my life has just been the biggest thing for me. And I
Yeah.
talk about it all the time, and still able to eat my favorite things in moderation while hitting the goal. So that's been the biggest thing for
Yeah.
me.
Absolutely. I think that kind of ties into the next question I would want to ask you, but maybe it's like, what is something that you feel you learned from the program that you think someone else could benefit from? Just because I feel like oftentimes it's something where they're on the outside of the program and it's almost something like, they don't know what they don't know. So like, what was that one thing for you that you're like, guys, if you went through this, like this one thing would just like totally change your life?
Yeah, I would say invest in yourself. That
Okay.
you are your biggest investment. Invest in yourself. Take that leap. Learn how to incorporate foods into your lifestyle, and
Hmm.
learn that new lifestyle. It's going to be life changing. It's hard at first, but once you get in a routine with it, it's second nature, and you just don't even think about
Yeah.
it, and you feel good, and you're going to gain your self confidence back. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I would say.
absolutely. So it sounds like you're kind of hinting at what I call the superpower and joke with all the clients of like, once I teach you guys how to incorporate these foods that you love in moderation, that's going to be the life changer for you, because it's not the keto diet where you have to feel miserable, or some boring meal plan where you feel like a monotonous dieting robot. But yeah, like you're learning how to do this for life and structure your diet as a whole. So that's awesome to hear. And yeah, man, I know there are a lot of people out there who might be interested in the program. I've even had people, get on calls or strategy sessions, and they're like, Ty, this sounds awesome, but I'm not quite sure about joining just yet. What would you say to someone who's on the fence?
Just go for it. Go for it. Just being able to take that leap. I was on the fence about it. I know at first we were talking about that. I was on the fence about it. And, just doing that self-reflection of, I need this change and I need somebody to hold me accountable. And you do hold me accountable. Great.
Yep.
Just that extra push changed my life completely. I've never been happier. I'm actually enjoying life. I don't feel depressed anymore about the way I look. I feel confident when I go out.
Yeah.
And then, having friends and family being able to see, your results and give you compliments on that is just, it's rewarding at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say all of that transformation that you just described, at least in my mind, is priceless. I feel like there's something just to be said that once you finally achieve all of that, it can be said, but just the smile on your face this entire call, right? And I think that speaks volumes to anybody who might be watching.
I love the fact that all my suits I can't wear because I have to get them altered down.
Yeah.
It was funny because when I first bought them, I had to, get them altered up, and now I have to get them altered down. So, that just feels great in itself.
Yeah. Common side effect of joining the Physique Lab, you will most likely need to purchase a new wardrobe, or you can see it this way, you're unlocking the old wardrobe. So there's two parts of it, right? So we'll save you some money in that, but fitting into the old clothes, but also being able to buy new clothes and stuff like that. So yeah, man, that's awesome. Is there anything else that you want to share about the coaching program or me as a coach or anything for people who might be watching?
Well, I love the fact of when I used to work out, I would do what I thought was the right workout routines as well. But the way you break workout routines down, and even, when there is an obstacle, I know I was having that obstacle with bench press, we broke it down a certain way to, improve that strength. So your knowledge is very resourceful on what we need to do to hit that goal, and breaking down those workouts to achieve those goals.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate that. So I think he's mentioning in the app, we got a workout app for the Physique Lab, as you see. But yeah, we sort of put everything in there. We eliminate the guesswork. We try to make sure that there are no plateaus in the first place. But if they do pop up, we're doing what we can to break through them, because we're tracking all the right things. And yeah, dude, that's awesome. So yeah, I really appreciate your time and sharing your experience within the program. Guys, if you are watching this and you are one of those people on the fence, or maybe you're just finding out about the program and you're interested in learning more, there will be a link down below this YouTube video description. So you can go ahead, click that. It'll pull up my calendar for you. And what we can do is we can hop on a 45-minute strategy session and just talk about your goals, where you're wanting to get to, and how we might be able to help you. And even if you don't end up joining the program, I promise you that we will deliver a ton of clarity and value for you. So really have nothing to lose. But Brandon, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, man.
You're very welcome. Thank you for all that you've done. You've changed my life for the best. Thank you.
There you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed hearing all about Brandon's experience here in the Physique Lab coaching program. Two quick reminders before we part ways. Again, if you are interested in learning more about the Physique Lab coaching program and how we get our clients such incredible results, you can click the video link down in the description below to learn all about that. Or if you want to hop on a one-on-one call directly with me, you can click the link to my Calendly form. It will pull up my calendar, pick a time that works for you, and we can hop on a Zoom call and chat about your goals and how we might be able to help you get there. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe and turn those notification bells on so you don't miss when I post a new video. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.